Hey guys, we're just going to look at the post-weekly analysis, and just in the Discord, starting the week off, I said my initial TA was a CJ and a UJ short to start with. So we're just going to look at the charts and see what happened there. Alright, now that the week's ended, I've just marked up the high and low of the prior week's range, and this was the prior week to that, the high and low. So last week, or this week just gone by, has closed as an inside bar. But anyhow, the short that we were calling was this one. That short position, Aaron was able to catch it. I think I got stopped out because I was too greedy with my stop loss. So CJ and UJ both had that short position at the start of the week. I just moved down to UJ's chart and you can see pretty much a similar situation occurred there. And then the rest of the calls for the beginning of the week, I said even if EU longs, I'm going to look for a short position. That was unfortunate because I knew it was going to long to start with, but I thought that it was just a pullback then to short, but it just kept longing. We'll go and have a look on the charts. And GA, I said short, starting with shorts, and then GCAD, the daily was bullish, but the weekly was in a bearish range. So let's go and have a look at those three quickly. So as I said just before, EU kept on longing. I'll show you the reason why I thought we were going to get a top wick for a bearish short position. You can see we have the TPM bearish engulfing on the weekly. So we're in an inside bar now. Maybe we're going to get that continuation. We're going to have to see how the wick gets put in this week coming. Just going on to those other positions where I had said GA was short to begin with. It wasn't really. I mean, it's obviously pulled back to put in the top wick and then shorted. A lot of consolidation up until that happened. So probably GA and EA I don't think were very nice this week. And then on GCAD I had said that the daily is bullish but the weekly is in a bearish range. So you literally could have caught both ends of the spectrum here if that's what you were going for. Let me just show you. So daily bullish from the start of the week, that would have been nice. You probably could have caught a bottom wick on that, and then weekly being in the bearish range, you can see that the top wick on the weekly would have been nice to also short as well, even though it's closed as a bullish candle. Is very weak. And then the only other position towards the end of the week that I had entered was the call out for a low risk CJ long, and I said that the 4 hour had shifted bullish. I'll show you what I mean by that. And then 4 hour trying to do a TPM turning point candle off the EMA. Unfortunately, I was entering this position, I think, when there was a holiday in the United States and things were moving very, very slowly. But let's just go and have a look at that on the charts. Right, so here we are. You can see I've drawn the arrow to the candle in question. I was still intra-bar on that candle, so maybe a little bit premature. I hadn't waited for it to close and be a full engulfing candle, but I could see it shaping up. And you can tell where I'd entered. I'll just put the RR box on there, somewhere intra-bar on that candle. I was stuck in this sideways situation for quite a bit. Weekend was approaching, so I decided to close the position, and of course when that happens, you know, you get the pop. So that's unfortunate. It did go, but I was no longer in it. Well done to Andy. I know you caught the position. I think Mortz did the same thing as me, so that's a bit sad, but it's all good. We'll reset for the week. I've been saying to Aaron, I really do think that the first and second week of every month is probably the best action. Usually the wick of the monthly candle is going to form in the first or second week as well. So hopefully going into December, we're going to have some good trades. Guys, if you've got any questions, just leave a comment. Thanks.